So as an English teacher at a kindergarten or cycle school, the first time I was introduced to interactive books was, I think, last year. The book I used for teaching English was an adapted story of the very hungry caterpillar, and the ebook version was an augmented reality book, so it gave this option to the kids. The feedback I got from the children, it was their excitement, how happy they were, since it was something very new, but kids are accustomed to technology, so they already know what it is about. But unfortunately, in the Greek version, we don't have any interactive books, so it was something completely new to them. They really enjoyed the process, and also it made my job way easier because I didn't have to push them in order to speak in English, because for Greek kids, the English language is a second language. They got to repeat what the animals were saying. They found it as a game, so it was way easier for them to use the language being taught, let's say. So I think that it meets the needs of the really young children.
We often use interactive books, and because I think that it's interesting for the kids, and you can catch their attention, and you can make children play with books, and you can use them in very many different ways. You made them read the story, and you can make a comprehension, or you can play games, or you can just construct a lesson about the digital books. Maybe it's a book about a story of someone who does something in a city. So you read the story, and then you ask the children about the city, and you can have a geography lesson, and then you can take them on trip in the city. And so they have the story part, and then they have the reality. And so it's an interaction that is not only digital, but it's still living.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm a teacher in a kindergarten, so we have children from 3 to 6 years old, even if this year I will have a class of children of 4 years old. I first approached to an interactive books as a mom and not as a teacher. When my son, he is now 9 years old, but I'm talking of about 2 years old, when he first approached to reading in activities. At the beginning, he was not so interested in reading. He found that these activities were too difficult, too boring for him, and that's the reason why I decided to try an interactive book. And when we first approached to this kind of books, to the ebooks, he found out that reading was not so boring, that it was not so difficult, but he discovered that reading could be really funny, and that made a great difference for him. So the experience I had with my son is even the reason why I decided to get involved into the ABIbook project. So I worked as a researcher in the first 2 parts of the project, and then as a translator for the 3rd and the 4th part of the project. And I have to say that experience with my son and then the research we made together for the project had really convinced me that ebooks are extraordinary tools for education. and I still not use in class because now we have so many books available in our ABIbooks library, and I still have to choose the best one for my students, but surely I will do it this year. But first of all, I really can't wait to have the possibility to build my own ebook using the platform of the ABIbooks. And I think that having the possibility to build your own ebook based starting from your children's need, it will be amazing and will be a so great difference from an educational point of view. I really can't wait because as I just said, interactivity really transform books and make them as a play, as a game, and so everything is more interesting for children. That's why books are really so useful tools, because they help teacher captivating children attention. And that's really, really important, especially nowadays that children are so full of idea, full of anything that sometimes it's really difficult to get their attention, and ebooks really help for that. So I think they are great tools, and I can't wait to use them in class.